Hello there. I am going to unboxing this rose that I just received today, April 11, 2024. One of the exclusive roses that I ordered back in spring of 2023 from Grace Rose Farm. UPS just dropped this off. So here's the packaging, and there's another video that I did of the other two roses as well. One I received in spring, that one was unforgettable. Grafted one, which I received in the spring, May of 2023. The second one, Mansfield Park, received in November 2023, and now this third one, Notting Hill, received today. And I have one more. I have not received notification yet, so hopefully that'll be soon. So let's take a look. I went ahead and cut this part because when I am doing the video, it's kind of hard to not having anything to hold the camera while doing it, but I have not opened it, so we will get to see all of that together. There's instruction and shipping packing label. Like a QR code to scan for planning instruction. So I'm going to try to get this out, and like they've defoliated the leaves prior to shipping, and this is on rose. So overall, looks like packed well as far as the plastic. So hang on for me here. I'm trying to get it out. Okay, so I got the rose out, and we are going to take a closer look, see how it looks. So overall, the packing pretty secure. Notting Hill. So my original order was cappuccino, right? I didn't order Notting Hill. I wanted that cappuccino rose, which has like kind of similar to Coco logo, but maybe the color is like slightly different. It's really pretty based on the photos that I saw on the internet, so I ordered that one. However, found out last year that they mentioned that cappuccino, at least for the response that I received, was that it didn't grow according to their standard, and I was offered to receive a gift card or a replacement, and it wouldn't be available again until 2025. So I just decided to go ahead and pick a different rose, and decided on Notting Hill, which is supposed to be pretty too, although not really the color that I initially wanted, but we'll see how this one does. And I took a look at the picture on the website of Notting Hill. It has pink and kind of yellow apricot in the middle, so I can't wait to see it bloom. So overall, the packaging pretty secure. This is in a 1 gallon pot, and it is en route. And they mentioned that they put two on root roses together in order to give like bigger, fuller look instead of just one on root. And just from I can see here, looking overall healthy, has new growth. There's a little bit of dieback over there at the tip, which I'm going to cut. So I don't know if this is like full size or they did light pruning as well in addition to defoliate the plant. But anyhow, I think it's just on the website it said 1 year old on root. So that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I think I am going to maybe start this out in a slightly bigger pot. There's I don't plan on putting it directly in the ground for a rose this size, especially with on root. I know it is different from one person to another. Some people like to put it straight into the ground, into the raised bed, and I have done it both ways. As far as putting in a slightly bigger pot, and as it grows then I move to another pot, and I like to keep in a bigger pot for about a year for the root system to develop a little bit more before I plant in the ground. And there were some in the past like Plum Perfect, Boscobel, Desdemona, and Roald Dahl that I put straight into the raised bed, like from their nursery pot straight to the raised bed as well. I don't remember. I guess the growth rates kind of the same maybe, but what helps me to, when I put in the pot, I have more time to decide as far as where I'm going to plant later, because honestly I'm not quite sure yet where I want to plant this one, and having it in a pot will at least give me time to figure that out. But if you know for sure where to plant, then planting it directly into the ground is not going to hurt either, and that way you don't have to having to move it multiple times. That makes sense. So, and the reason that I don't want to keep it in the original nursery pot, because it gets so hot in my climate. Like summer is going to be here soon, and the nursery pot is just good for temporary, as a temporary container. It's not meant to be for like long-term use because it is so thin. It is it doesn't retain moisture well at all compared to like this type of pots here, or different ones that I have like thicker, and it heats up so fast. And the smaller it is, the more frequent watering you will need as well. So I prefer to move it to bigger pots, and that way it will not stress out so much. And with on root rose, they tend to grow slower than the grafted one, but eventually they will catch up, just not growing as fast at the rate of the grafted roses. And that's some people prefer grafted roses, some prefer on root. So it's up to, you know, whatever works best for you. I do have both on roots and grafted, and for me, my preference, if I can, I prefer to have on roots so I don't have to deal with sucker. I think that's the main reason. But so far I haven't had any issue with sucker with the roses that I have right now. So anyhow, this is it. This is a new rose that I got today and waited for delivery with excitement. Overall, I think it is going to be a good one, and I think I should do an update on Mansfield Park that I received in November as well. It is still very small, has not grown much, but I think it will do better as the time goes by. But we'll see how that one performs here in my climate. Hello all, I am doing a quick video here before I cut Boscobel to bring to my event tomorrow. So we are going to have a small event at the tea place for the Houston group in the spring 2024, and one of the fun activities we are going to do is rose show and tell, where everyone will bring whatever that are blooming in their garden to show the rest of the group what the roses look like. And I find that to be a very fun activities, and it's everyone's favorite activities, because that's the chance for us to get to see other roses that we don't have in the garden, or even if we have them in the garden, sometimes the blooms can look different too, as far as the colors variation from one yard to another, because the soil pH is not the same, so the colors can be slightly different. And I have cut quite a few so far right here, and I have a few more to cut and bring. So might as well just make a quick video to show you. And this one right here is Evelyn by David Austin. That is Fun in the Sun Rose, and that is Hot Cocoa right there. And I have Salvia right here too, to bring to show people in case they are looking for companion plant. And the next one that I'm going to cut is going to be Boscobel, which starts to bloom. This year is different from last year. From what I can see so far, I don't have as many blooms on Boscobel compared to last year. And it's interesting that it's not the same. Yeah, if I look back at the video, definitely last year had more blooms on here. And the blooms, this is the first flush, and last year the second flush, they're definitely more. So this is what it puts out right now. The weather this evening is kind of cool. During the day it's in the, I think it's almost 80 degrees today during the day, and many of the blooms that I have kind of look like they fry, which is kind of odd. And the combination of the thrip damages as well, so I think it's together. Like, look at this one right here, it's almost like fry under heat. This is odd. I mean, it's not even 90 degrees, because it looks like, ooh, that is interesting. So I'm going to find blooms to cut, and I have a lot of Florentina on the other side that look pretty good, which I'm going to bring as well. And we have a few Desdemona here, but not open yet. And there's a lot of damages. My goodness. This year. I think I may have some Bathsheba that I'm going to cut and bring as well. I don't have anything on Roald Dahl yet. This one, I don't see any blooms. So we'll see if he will produce, when he will produce this year. Yeah, I think I have one bloom left on that open and look pretty decent on Bathsheba. And I have the Eutacia Vye. Once again, don't know how to pronounce it. So I think I'm going to cut that one to bring, because this one, it has another bud next to it. So this one looks really good. Yes. There are more over here. And there are more buds on Bathsheba as well, which will open up. Definitely will cut and bring raspberry cream twirl. There's some nice looking blooms. These are old. I need to deadhead, but to be honest, kind of overwhelming. Never had these many blooms before, so it's going to take a while to be able to deadhead all of these spent blooms. Anyhow, when I was walking through the garden looking for what to cut, I found that Bliss Parfuma has a lot of buds, which will open up over the next few weeks, but none today. Look at that cluster right there. And we have Moonlight in Paris over there. I think I may be able to at least bring one from there. Have Lady of the Mist right here, but I don't want to cut this one because there are two buds next to it. Have Majestic right here. This one is, it has a lot of damage, so I don't know. I want to bring this one over. Goodness. But there are more buds. Look at that. So hopefully with these we'll be able to enjoy pretty blooms of Majestic. This rose is very pretty, and it last year it grew really tall. So many. Wow. Fun in the Sun also has a lot to open up too. And we have Bordeaux back there, which have spent bloom. I need to deadhead as well. But anyhow, I'm going to keep this video short so I can go back to cut the rest of the roses before it gets darker here. These are the roses that I cut and brought them to my event. For some of you who are brand new to roses, I have exciting news for you. There are several awesome guidebooks that I put together for you at rosesinhouston.com that you can check out on multiple topics on how to care for your roses, how to plant your roses in the ground, in bottomless pot, especially in the clay soil area. Also, how to get more blooms. I'll show you steps on and ways on how to deadhead and do light pruning for all year round in order for your roses to make more flowers for you. And last but not least, this guidebook on important things to look for when you go rose shopping, and also before you introduce your new roses to your garden in order to prevent diseases and pests to your garden. Check them out at rosesinhouston.com. Now back to our garden tour in the evening. It is a little bit windy, but this time I really like it because you can see the colors of the roses better at this time as it's not too bright. This rose right here is Desdemona. Have quite a few buds here. This year though, I noticed the blooms are not as big, but they're still beautiful. This rose right here is Boscobel, and it's the same, not as prolific as last year, but we'll see, maybe different on a different flush, because last year it did the same thing. The first flush didn't have that many, but the second one there were definitely more. The color is really intense and very pretty. Have a few thrip damages, but those don't stop them from blooming and looking lovely. This one right here is Plum Perfect. Have a lot of flowers. It has grown really nicely after getting pruned back in February. So from this angle right here, we have quite a few roses. David Austin, this is Eutacia Vye. If I pronounce it correctly, I can never pronounce it correctly. That is beautiful there. Love the foliages, they're kind of round. And we have Bathsheba over here by David Austin as well, and that's Eutacia Vye right there. That one certainly has more flowers this year than the last. And Bathsheba always looks so pretty. This one is budding up beautifully. Has more to come, and look at that one. And the sunset sky in the background. Love this rose. It is such a great climbing rose. If you don't have a lot of space, definitely consider this one. Look at that bloom. It is more it has a blend of yellow and pink. And the colors of this one can vary so much, but it tends to be on the light yellow when it gets really hot or really warm. I love this angle here. Now on this part of the garden, we have quite a few roses going here and some other flowers that I planted in the same pot. This one is Bliss perfume, and my apologies if it's blurry from time to time because of the lighting. Now it's getting really dark. That one is Majestic. This is Bliss. Really pretty, and it has so many buds. That one over there is Moonlight in Paris. That rose is like glowing in the dark. It has a lot of thrip damages this spring, but still looking pretty good. And we have Evelyn over there. We have some buds, and this one right here is Lady of the Mist. Have just a few flowers there, and I like that angle too. Now this part of the garden, we have Double Easy Orange Rose. which has grown beautifully, and it has such nice orange color. Look how many buds it has. Lovely new growths as well. Back there we have Earth Angel and Crazy Love that are getting really tall and budding up as well. So hopefully we'll be able to see more blooms. And the yellow right here is Sparkle and Shine. So many flowers, and I love the blooms. I love this shade of color, shade of yellow. Pretty blooms. I love the ruffle petals there. That's the same rose, Sparkle and Shine, blooming in cluster. It's such a happy color, and the foliages are gorgeous too. It's like deep green. And these three right here, I transplant them, so it will take a little bit for them to get established. By next year I think they will get a lot bigger.